Hello students, today we are going to discuss worksheet number 15, class 10th, English medium. Before discussing this worksheet, I would like all of you to please like, share and subscribe this channel, and also tell your friends to do so. Now the topic of today's worksheet is acid, bases and salt, and chapter is acid, bases and salt, and topic is plaster of Paris. So this is the last topic of this chapter. In this you must have seen such type of bags of plaster of Paris when you purchase a new house and this activity is done. So these are the two examples of the market availability of the plaster of Paris. It comes in the two different names. Now this salt, plaster of Paris, its chemical formula is CSO4, it's dot H2O, okay, dot half H2O. Why half H2O means calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So you have to remember the name of the salt we have to study today is plaster of Paris, and chemical formula is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. How it is obtained? It is obtained by heating gypsum, that is calcium sulfate. Two molecules of water is there. The two has been missing here. It is two molecules of water. Okay. At about 373 kelvins. That means when we heat this gypsum at 373 Kelvin, we will get this plaster of Paris hemihydrate. At the temperature, the molecules of water are evaporated and gypsum turns into the plaster of Paris. So this is the equation of this CSO4.2H2O. At 373 Kelvin, it is converted to plaster of Paris, half H2O, 3/2 H2O will be released. Properties of plaster of Paris. It is a white powder. When you see, it is purely white in color. On mixing it with water, it changes into gypsum. That means 2 H2O will be added instead of half H2O. And it is exothermic process. Generally when it is mixed, it releases some amount of heat. You will feel the temperature. This is the equation which is showing that it is converted to gypsum on addition of water. There are the different uses of plaster of Paris. Some of them we are going to discuss. It is used in the medical treatment. It is used to cover plaster on the fractured bones. That means whenever the bone is broken down, it is fixed with the help of this plaster of Paris. For ceilings, designs, and for the room interiors it is used. It is used to making toys and decorative items. Some of the photos are there, like this plaster has been done on the hand, teeth sample when the complete tooth design is to be made, ceiling design, and the toys and other things. Are the crystals of salt really dry? Now the next point is, whenever we say crystals of salt, do they are really dry? The crystal salts appear dry, but many salts contain some water molecules. So there are so many examples we'll study in this worksheet. Maximum crystals of salt are dry, but some are having the different water molecules, and because of these water molecules, the color of the salt is also different. So the fixed number of water molecules in one formula unit of a salt is known as the water of crystallization. This is very important. You have to remember this. If a fixed number of water molecules are there in a particular salt, then that is known as water of crystallization. Salt that contain water molecule are known as hydrated salt, and the salts which are having water molecule are known as hydrated salt. For example, copper sulfate. It is the best example. Crystal of copper sulfate appears blue when it is having 5 molecules of water. You have to remember this. When the copper sulfate is having this 5 molecules of water, it appears blue. This is the picture. You can see it is appearing blue in color, and when it is dehydrated, it will appear in white color. When crystal copper sulfate is heated, it loses water molecules and color and becomes white. In the last picture you have seen that when it is dehydrated it becomes white, and this is the reaction how it has done. It is the endothermic reaction. That means when we are heating, anhydrous copper sulfate will be obtained, CuSO4, 5 molecules of water are released. If we add the same amount of water molecule, exothermic reaction will take place and the blue crystals will appear again. So this you have to remember, that even when the anhydrous copper sulfate is kept in the air, it will again regain its color, that is blue. Now the different examples of this different salts which are available in the copper sulfate, which appears blue in color because of the 5 molecules of water, ferrous sulfate green in color, 7 molecules of water, sodium carbonate white in color, 10 molecules of water, and gypsum white, 2 molecules of water. Now we come to the question answers. First question is, what is the full form of POP? Write the 3 uses. It's very simple. Plaster of Paris, salts, chemicals, CSO4H2O. It is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Uses are, plaster of Paris is used in medical treatment. It is used to cover as a plaster in case of fractured bones, and it is for making beautiful and designer false ceiling and other room interior. False ceiling means it appears to be the roof but it is not roof, that's why it is called false ceiling, and it is also used for making toys and other decorative items. Second question, define the term water of crystallization with one example. Fixed number of water molecules in one formula unit of a salt is known as water of crystallization. Salt that contain water molecules are known as hydrated salt. Example, copper sulfate. How the plaster of Paris is obtained from gypsum. It is obtained by heating gypsum at 373, and at this temperature the molecules of water are evaporated and gypsum turns into POP. The reaction you can see from the previous slides. What happens when crystalline copper sulfate is heated? Write the color of the new substance formed. When crystals are heated, it loses water molecule, it becomes white. So this reaction you can note down in this answer. Write the names and formula of any 3 hydrated salts. Any 3 hydrated salts you can write out of the 4.